King Charles and Prince Harry's first meeting in 9 months has been described as a cause for optimism yesterday amid hopes of reconciliation. They met at Clarence House for 45 minutes yesterday after the fifth in line to the throne's transatlantic dash to see his father following the monarch's cancer diagnosis. The Duke of Sussex has not seen the king since the coronation in May last year, despite making 2 trips home since then in June and September. Even during the coronation weekend, it is understood there was no time for them to have a proper face-to-face meeting. But in a show of love, Harry, 39, who spoke to his father on the phone before the king's diagnosis was made public on Monday, flew into London yesterday lunchtime on an overnight flight from Los Angeles and went straight to his father's London residence. Palace officials gave no details afterwards on the content of their private 45-minute meeting, and it is thought the king kept it to himself, but their reunion raised the hopes of friends and family, hoping they can find a way to heal their rift. One well-placed source, noting the length of time they spent talking, said, "I'd have thought that was cause for optimism." However, the chances of Harry and his brother Prince William ending their differences look more distant. It is understood that William, whose focus for the next couple of months remains tending to his wife Kate as she recovers from major abdominal surgery and looking after their 3 children, has no plans to meet his brother while he is back in Britain. The royal rift stems from Harry's complaints about the way he and Meghan say they were treated by their family and palace officials. Sources close to various members of the family have suggested that time is a great healer and it may take longer for them all to settle their differences. But yesterday's meeting looked like a start. Shortly after his reunion with Harry, Charles, who announced on Monday that he was postponing all future public engagements while he undergoes treatment for cancer, was seen in public for the first time since his diagnosis was made public. Looking contented and relaxed, he smiled and waved to the press and public as he and Queen Camilla were driven the few hundred yards from Clarence House to Buckingham Palace, from where they took a helicopter to spend time at Sandringham, the sovereign's Norfolk retreat. Royal sources said the king was upbeat and on his usual good form, but frustrated that his illness is causing disruption to his family, who may have to undertake more engagements on his behalf while he is undergoing treatment. One royal insider said, "If you didn't know there was something wrong with him, you wouldn't know there was something wrong with him." Subs. This is a quote that has been given to a few papers, I believe. Another said, "You've seen him smiling and waving this afternoon. He is very positive." Aides have declined to go into further details about what type of cancer he has, although it has been made clear that, despite undergoing a medical procedure for an enlarged prostate, he does not have prostate cancer. They have also declined to say how aggressive it is, but have praised doctors for their swift intervention in finding the disease during routine tests when he underwent treatment for an enlarged prostate at the London clinic over the weekend of January 26 to 28. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who is expected to continue meeting the king either in person or remotely for weekly audiences while he is receiving treatment, seized on news of the swift medical intervention. "All our thoughts are with him and his family. Thankfully this has been caught early," Mr. Sunak said, admitting he had been left shocked and sad by the news. Become an Express Premium member. Support fearless journalism. Read the Daily Express online. Advert free. Get super fast page loading. Start 30-day free trial. In an interview with BBC Radio 5 Live, he said everyone would be hoping the king gets the treatment that he needs and makes a full recovery. He added, "That's what we're all hoping and praying for, and I'm of course in regular contact with him and will continue to communicate with him as normal." Asked what it meant for the day-to-day running of the country, Mr. Sunak said, "We'll crack on with everything. He'll just be in our thoughts and our prayers. Many families around the country listening to this will have been touched by the same thing and they know what it means to everyone," he said. "So we'll just be willing him on and hopefully we get through this as quickly as possible." The king is expected to travel to London for behind-the-scenes meetings, state business, and treatment, and also spend time recuperating at his country retreats during the foreseeable future. His health scare, coupled with Kate's surgery, which is expected to keep her out of the public eye until after Easter, has knocked his new reign off course, leaving Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Anne, and other members of the family to hold the fort. Aides, conscious of the late Queen's maxim that she needed to be seen to be believed, may look at finding ways of publishing photographs of the king as he works behind the scenes in future, the Daily Express understands. It will mean resorting to the sort of publicity they used during the COVID-19 lockdown when the royal family worked remotely. But all of that will depend on how the king responds to his treatment. Courtiers are aware that many cancer patients have good days and bad days and will be cautious of committing the king to publicly shots on specific days. They have not said how long he will be absent from public engagements, and much will depend on his recovery. But there was speculation yesterday that he may not be fit to attend the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey on March 11.